Hey Heavy Airsofters, welcome back to Dreadonics Heavy Airsoft, and today we're doing a vlog. With me I have Combat Man, which is actually a fellow friend, co-worker that I got him into Airsoft pretty hard.
Yes, you did.
And so we're kind of doing a co-vlog or something like that, so I don't know, we'll kind of see how it goes. So Combat Man, how do you feel about getting into Airsoft so far?
Very active.
Very active. Well, like your first time going to Airsoft Ministry, which is now what, True Aim Airsoft now. So, well, how was your first game? Just diving into it, just.
I was very impressed with how Airsoft has changed, because like, what was it, like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
It's pullback.
Oh yeah, well, way old school.
Yeah. Not very accurate. Doesn't really hurt.
No, the old springers. I don't even remember the last time I've even used a springer. Thinking about it at this point.
Yeah.
I think you can go pick one up at the Walmart or something, right?
Yeah, I think that was the first thing I got a couple of years ago.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Got a bunch of those and then started playing and then instantly put it down because it wasn't as fun as I thought it would be.
Yeah, well, you didn't know about like just how big it really has turned into.
No,
and
it is
being fields of people and it just being way bigger dynamic where it's not quite with like paintball, it's like as far as competition goes, but people getting in doing milsim events, just having big games and whatnot, that pretty much blew you away, huh?
Yeah, no, it's very impressive to see the community of what Airsoft has become.
And that's, yeah, one of the big parts about Airsoft is the community as a whole. People love talking about doing their games, their guns, the parts, the gear. There's so much to talk about. There's the drama.
Always the drama.
There's always a little bit here and there. But for the most part, everyone's a good sport. And people get into it real hard.
Yeah, like the couple of times that we've gone out and, just the characters that you get to see play and you meet, and it's a whole different vibe.
It is. No, it really is. Because you watch videos here and there, and then you actually get out there. It's a big different dynamic. It's like we took our one other coworker and his son, and he's been watching the videos and whatnot, and he has just loved it. And they didn't get out there. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm in it. And he was a little kind of like, oh, it's overwhelming.
Right.
And which it can be, especially if you're a younger age and you just get thrown into it with the big boys. But yeah, it can seem overwhelming.
Yeah, coming out with just borrowing your arsenal of what you have.
Yeah.
To then building my own stuff, and
which is a whole other spiel. Especially, well, we went to. Was it AEX, and we got your M4.
We got the Tittman M4 Recon, which nobody really kind of knew about. And
yeah, it was kind of I don't know, and so I did a little exploring more so than doing research.
And then it took what, a month and a half to finally get it locked down and ready to go.
Yeah, well. We thought it needed to have a MOSFET because the one gentleman at the desk said, yeah, it needs a MOSFET. And this, I got one at home. I can put one in. Not even realizing on the box and fine print that it already had one. So we had taken it all the way apart. And because was that the only thing we were going to do with it? It was just the MOSFET?
Yeah, it was just the MOSFET.
It was just the MOSFET. And there was already one. And I was like, wait a minute. Oh, no. I was like, does it say?
Yeah, and then we break the compression tip.
Yeah, the cylinder and then the nozzle head. That completely
nozzle head broke. Put a different one in.
Had to do that.
Fired okay. Went to All Patriot Airsoft, and then two shots in, it broke the compression chamber. So after that, we decided to upgrade the whole compression chamber, make a longer barrel by the tracer unit.
Oh, that's right. You added that onto it.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Go a Type bore
barrel. Yeah.
Type bore Prometheus, I think.
Is it? I forget. I can never remember the names of what the independent barrel companies and all that are. No, it was Angel Customs was one.
Yeah, but that's not
there's
the
a lot
one
of
we
other
got,
ones too.
no.
There's so many, and I never really look at it that much, so it's different.
But yeah, doing that and then having a solid gun now.
Yeah, and you say that thing runs pretty gosh darn straight now.
Running, because originally we were running 2 3s. And
yeah.
After I had done all the upgrades, it was shooting at 405, which for out of the box was 320.
Yeah.
And now it's shooting 405 with 2 5s.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is pretty accurate, if I must say.
Did you upgrade the hop-up bucking as well? Or did you leave it in?
No, we upgraded the hop-up. Or
you did?
Just the bucking.
Yeah, the bucking. Well, which basically is the hop-up, really.
Yeah.
The holder is something that's kind of minuscule.
And then I didn't like the trigger action, so I went full tight gate.
That's right. And then you installed a gate tighten into it. And then that made a world of difference. Because you got a better trigger response also, because it would fully cycle. Because it was, when you didn't have that, you just
lock up.
Yeah, you just had the basic MOSFET in it. It would lock up on shots, because it would sometimes when you would try and cycle the trigger, it would just go partial way, and then it'd just be like freak out, freeze out. And
so yeah, I found out that that's an issue with AEGs and their mechanical triggers.
Mm-hmm.
So went full Titan Gate MOSFET, and made a world of a difference. Makes it feel more reality.
Yeah. No, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
well, just having the performance of it actually cycling your shots, it's a pretty big deal.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it makes a world of difference. So,
and then after that, shortly, a couple days later, I decided to go full HPA on a Tokyo Maru.
That's true. Well, you were loving that and just the action. I mean, because you saw me dual wielding the Akimbo high Kappas.
You went dual wielding, and that instantly made me want
and
to
you were
grab
like, oh my god, and that was pretty intense, shooting that video when we first did it, because that was still, I think, the same day of one of your first games.
That was the first day.
Yeah, right, that's right.
And that was roughly about 2 months ago.
Yeah, and that was a fun day. Well, that was so the footage from that day was both the Akimbo videos that I had done. And I had that 360 footage ready to shoot, and I could not, for the world of me, try and get it uploaded correctly. When I had done it a couple times, it just stretched the screen, and I was like,
right.
That was
programming issues.
Yeah, and it takes a while. There's so much weird stuff, and I mean, I kind of bite my foot a little bit because I don't do it off the PC, so I'm doing it off the iPad for all my editing stuff. So that's a different ball game all of its own. But yeah, it worked out. Now I'm coming out. So, seems like people really enjoyed that one. A couple people saying that they actually really enjoy the 360. I know it can be really intense for a lot of people trying to watch it, especially if you're a phone. That's got to be hard, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's all right. I think I'm personally just gonna do some of those kinds of videos here and there for a little while, but I'm gonna go back to how it was, because it's a little bit easier to edit in certain ways with that. It's more clear, and then also we have the GoPro Hero 9, which has an even better stabilizer, so it doesn't give you that wobble as much as well. So we'll be experimenting with that. I'd gotten rid of some of the Hero 7, so we'll see how that actually plays out now. Now, always trying to figure out what works a little bit better. It's always different. So, what'd you think of the M1919 though?
Holy crap. That is one gnarly out-of-the-box gun.
Yeah, well...
Shoot, what, 425?
It was shooting 430 out of box with, I think, .25s.
Yeah, .25s.
And I mean, they had to... And that was over at All Patriots, and it was a 100-foot engagement. It was going to be that way regardless, because it was a, well, HMG, not an LMG, an HMG, technically. And, I mean... They were doing semi-automatic games, but I could still do burst mode, which still worked out fine. It was just heavy, though. Oh my gosh! And I should have brought a sling with it, and I didn't. And then my arm's getting pinched in the corner from the box, and I had dead arm after one game. And I was like, oh my gosh!
It's one of those guns that you need to sit and recover.
Yeah. Well, or just sit with the bipod or tripod. There you go. Because yeah, that thing's not heavy. It's awkward and somewhat heavy. Because it's like the
awkwardness of it is the box.
Yeah, and that's kind of what really does it in. But I mean, it's fine, and I mean, I'm not gonna mess with that gun until it breaks. Because any gun that has a box feeding mechanism like the M60, and oh my god, that thing was just been horrible since day one. I just don't even know what to do with it at this point. I mean, you saw the pumpkin video, and like, well, after I just worked on it for I think the 5th time, and it just doesn't want to perform.
No.
So I don't know. I think I might get rid of it. I haven't decided yet. Because also, I don't even think I ever showed it, but when I was hitting the pumpkin with it, I bent the back flip out stock that goes on your shoulder, that metal bracket.
Oh, did you?
So it's bent now too. So I was like, wow, way to go. No, I'll try and see if I can somewhat bend it back, but it'll never be the same. So it's just sucks.
Well, something new that I'll probably be picking up is the PDW High Capa.
That's right.
Kit.
Yeah, this is a brand new kit that just was kind of announced or released or something like within the last month or something.
Right.
Is that what it was? Okay. And that looks. So basically, what you're telling me it's you're taking part of the High Capa apart and you're putting it into it.
So it's a bullpup kit for the High Capa.
Yeah.
So the way that you do it is you take off the lower frame of the High Capa.
Mm-hmm.
You install it in the bullpup kit in the back of it, and then reinstall the top rail.
Okay.
And then put it back together.
Huh.
So it makes a second gun. So you have to take a
so you're basically
Maru
scrapping
apart.
the top part of it.
You're scrapping the bottom part.
Was it the bottom part?
Yeah, so you're scrapping the handle and everything.
Well, then what's the magazine to load it?
The magazine's so it comes in the bullpup kit. So the handle and everything is already in the bullpup kit. So you get the exterior skeleton of the gun.
Yeah.
And you're just taking the...
But what type of magazine does it take then?
The same one. So so you can run the HPA magazine and run the M4 magazine on the bottom of that.
So, but you'd have to do the adapter with the M4 magazine,
right.
Correct? Okay. So it'll look a little funky with that.
It'll look funky, but, you know, it's new. It's not something that somebody's seen.
That's true.
And there might be some hiccups, but I think it'll come out pretty cool because the design is just...
it's like straight out of something like Alien almost. Kind of like the pulse rifle gun.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that a little bit, that style.
The other nice thing is that you can take... It gives you a setup for CBQ running the factory style rail, or not the rail, the type bore barrel.
Okay.
So you can run your factory barrel from your Tokyo Maru, or if you wanted to, you can attach the extended version and run a longer barrel.
Ooh.
Giving you more of a mid-range with putting less air into it.
Oh, okay, interesting. That's a different way to go about it.
And then it comes with, 7 or 8 different setups for your mag setup, your attachments. Side attachments, bottom attachments, top attachments.
It's got like a bunch of different body attachments, styles that you can do overall with it, which makes it nice. And what was the company that made it again?
SGR.
SGR. And you said it's on e-bike right now too, even.
Yeah, so e-bike,
so it's an actual product that's released and you can pick up now.
You can pick it up for about $189.
Okay.
Or from the company itself is about $150.
Oh, all right. Huh. Well, that's pretty wild.
The only con of it is you
have to sacrifice
the Tokyo Maru.
Exactly. So it's not something where you can take apart if you want to go back to the pistol in the middle of when you go out. So, but still, no, it sounds just really cool, honestly. So you could just, I mean, realistically, instead of buying a couple different guns, you could just switch back and forth doing it that way.
Yeah.
And just having it that way.
Or if you need to buy a second Tokyo Maroon, you've got your sidearm, then you have a second gun.
That's true, and it's basically the same thing,
mag,
which
so
is still great quality.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. Yeah, no, I'll definitely have to take a look at it once you get it all said and done, and do a review.
Yeah, no, definitely.
No, that'd be cool. I look forward to when you get it all said and done.
It gives you that extra stabilization because it has a.
Well, I think like it stabilizes itself because it's a fixed barrel,
but it has an
inside of
adjustable.
it.
But it has an adjustable backstock as well.
Exactly. So you're getting two different types of stabilization. You get it in the front and the back.
Correct.
Because in the front, when you're shooting like the high Capa, when it's sliding, the shots are kind of lighting up, and you still get a kind of a.
You get a kick factor.
There's a little bit of a kick with the barrel, so it's kind of hit and miss. So it's not as accurate because of that. So you're getting a HPA rifle that's stabilized. I mean, you're just getting basically, because it, like when I first got mine, I said this thing shoots like an M4. Now it's really going to shoot like an M4.
Exactly.
So,
and you'll be able to run that low engagement factor if you wanted to go, say to true aim.
Yeah, that's true.
You get a good CBQ factor out of it.
Because it's like over at Airsoft Ministry or True Aim now. True Aim. It's throwing me off. It's such a difference because they're both CBQ or CQB. I always forget that. CQB. And it's just a slight enough difference in just where the buildings are placed where it makes a world of difference, where I would want to have like a mid-long range weapon over at All Patriots compared to ASM. Just gonna keep saying it.
No, when you go to Airsoft Ministry to All Patriot Airsoft, you can run at All Patriot Airsoft a long range weapon and still have that comfortability of the fact that the buildings are not so close together.
Yeah.
When you run at True Aim, which is Airsoft Ministry, long range weapons aren't as easily used, and you have to sit back.
Yeah, well, they have like those towers, but not a lot of people like to play in the middle field, and everyone runs up sides.
Right.
It's almost never the case that people play in the midfield at ASM. So, which makes sense. You're just out in the open, and everyone can shoot you at every angle anyway.
Mm-hmm.
There's not enough cover.
And if you have a long-range weapon at Airsoft Ministry, then when you go pop through a corner, they see your barrel before you see them.
Exactly. You know what I did get a real kick out of, and I don't think you ever got to do it over at ASM, is that they have that one field to the side, which is the gauntlet.
I saw that. So what is that? What is that for?
So it's basically, they do it every once in a while for kind of some specialty games where it's just a gauntlet. One side just rushes the other side or attack or defend, and that's actually a lot of fun doing it that way. You only got one direction, that's forward. And those games are a lot of fun, doing like one life games with that.
I didn't see very much buildings there too, so it's kind of...
It's pretty open. There's some cover. You have to rush, yeah. There are some places where you can kind of get a little bit of cover, but you can get locked up and locked down pretty quick. But yeah, like I said, that was a lot of fun. I get a kick out of that, and I think a lot of other places should have a kind of unique little field like that. Just cause, I don't know.
Gives you something else to do.
Exactly. But anyway, Combat Man, it was great talking to you and having you on the vlog.
You as well.
Yeah, and I look forward to doing some more games. We got more places to come up. Actually, next weekend we're gonna go to True Aim. So we're gonna do that.
We'll be going to True Aim to help out and put forward for the fundraiser of the police officer and canine that passed away recently in Sacramento.
Yes.
So all $5 of administration goes towards the family And also $5 of administration goes towards the K9 unit, from what I've been told.
Yeah, which is great that they're doing that. And that was a very sad story. If you haven't heard about that, it was out in what was it? The Cal Expo.
Right.
It was right over there. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, no, come on out to True Aim and come support the fallen officer and have some fun going airsofting. So, this is Dread Onyx.
This is Combat Man.
And are signing off on this vlog. Till next time, heavy airsofters.